Hello, my babies. As we cleanse, just a little reminder that if you are watching this on Patreon, I know that you're paying $1 to join the dollar monthly membership, but it means you get to see these 2 days ahead of time because I post them a couple of days ahead for those who are supporting me on Patreon to get a little bit of a benefit for, even if it's $1 that you contribute, it shows me you really are doing whatever you can to support, and so I want to give you something in return. Okay? And if you're not watching this on Patreon, then maybe go join for $1. And the collective messages, you will be able to see them a couple of days ahead of time. They're current. I basically do them, upload them, show them on Patreon. The ones that show up on YouTube publicly, eventually, or on Facebook, those are a couple of days later, just because I'm trying to fully transition to Patreon. Facebook is just a little too sporadic for my taste. I need them to be a little bit more consistent. So yeah. Anywho, let's get into the collective. What is the message for today? That was fast. Okay, number 21. All right. Let's see what number 21 says. Number 21 is Takmuna, disadvantageous position. A Gisaeng Takmuna became a maidservant of the government of Jinhai. I'm butchering these names, please forgive me. When her first husband's plot of treason was uncovered. She was beautiful, so Gangyangun Yichuk took her as his concubine. However, Yun Unro, who was the center of power at that time, heard Yichuk's concubine was beautiful and took her away. Yun Unro, who gathered wealth by exploiting ordinary people, built a house for Takmuna and seemed to be nice to her. But after a few years, he quickly became tired of her, got a new concubine, and mistreated Takmuna. When Yun Unro tried to extort the house he had given to her, Takmuna visited Sayumbu, the Ministry of Justice of Joseon, and accused Yun of the immoral market behaviors he had committed. However, King Seongjong did not believe Yun Unro's suspicion and punished Takmuna for betraying her previous head of household. Her accusation and trial lasted for 6 months, but in the end, Yun Unro went unpunished. How it applies. No matter how unfair you feel and complain to a government official, it will be disadvantaged if you do not meet the proper times and relationships. Basically, I feel like clues, facts. You need facts. Life is so subtle that many people who have been harmed often took the guilt. This kind of situation is called unlucky. Love is luck and life is luck too. It would be hard to resolve your injustice because it is not the right moment. The status of women, especially concubines, was so low that they were difficult to be legally protected. Well, okay. So somebody's, let's see. That could mean many things. Let's see how that applies to today's collective. How does this apply to today's collective? Calling in your soulmate. Getting to know each other. Hold on, let me turn on the light because whatever the sunlight doesn't clarify, hopefully, the light doesn't do much. Does it? Y'all can't even tell it's on because the sunlight is so strong. Retreat. True love. Forgiving and learning. Codependency. Soulmate. Engagement and religious factors. Trust. Worth waiting for, to stay free to love. This one is interesting. I mean, they're all interesting, but I mean, in the sense that I'm trying to figure out how it relates to this story. It could be that somebody said or did something that required trust for the other person to believe. They're calling in the soulmate, and they got to know each other, but then there was a retreat, a disconnect. And yet it was true love. Somebody may feel like they were done wrong because of the disconnection, and they felt like this is the romance of a lifetime. But it was meant to teach them lessons. Like, it was a soulmate, but it was meant for them to learn, forgive themselves and others, because this was turning into a toxic, codependent relationship. Maybe the other person got engaged, or by healing and learning and releasing this codependency, they will find their true soulmate. They might have been dealing with a false soulmate, or with a soulmate that was meant to teach them lessons and not one that was supposed to, lead them or accompany them on their spiritual path. Because it requires divine timing. Like, divine timing is at play. Let's see how this plays out. Clarify trust. That was quick. We've got strength. Clarify trust. 7 of Wands. The Hermit. With the King of Coins. Two of Cups. So, yeah, true love is worth waiting for. Divine timing is at play. But I feel like somebody here dealt with somebody that did them wrong, and they feel like they were done wrong. There was an injustice committed, but it was meant to be a lesson. It's like, don't worry about the injustice of the situation. Let it go. Learn from it. Release and heal the past. Then true love comes in. Because this shows strength. Both of these cards, this is literally the strength card, and this is a 7 of Wands, but this is John Henry. So again, both are an indication of strength. Both are an indication of having to have a lot of grit, a lot of resilience. The Hermit also speaks to that, but it's more on a spiritual variety. Building character, wisdom. So whoever it is that feels like they were done wrong, it would have been better to focus on the future. Heal and release the past. Don't focus on what they did. Focus on how you ended up there. Excuse me. Clarify calling in your soulmate. We've got the King of Wands. Clarify calling in your soulmate. Temperance. 3 of Wands. Queen of Swords. King of Coins, 2 of Cups. So let's say this Queen of Swords was the one doing the calling in, right? They thought they had called in their soulmate. They were dealing with a King of Wands. The person they want to call in, or the type of person they want to call in, is a King of Coins, a King of Pentacles. Who they actually met was a King of Wands. And although this is a powerful impressive figure. With the Three of Wands, I feel like this queen had to give a lot. Because in this story, the Three of Wands, this is a princess who was tricked, and then she had to run through all these hoops and tests to get her life back, to get her spouse back. So it could be that this Queen of Swords was used to doing too much. And this person coming in was helping her temper that. It was a lesson to help her temper that trait she had of doing too much in connections, doing too much in relationships. Because the universe does not want her to end up like this. So it's trying to teach her, you have to stop giving too much. Clarify getting to know each other. Okay, I have to mention, in this story, she was taken because she was beautiful, right? But that person eventually got tired of her, and then they started mistreating her. I feel like the King of Wands might have come in as somebody, good looking, attractive. But the universe, although this Queen of Swords may feel like, oh, they did me wrong because they left me, they're like, I promise you, if they didn't, you would have ended up like this. This is somebody who gets tired of people, and they toss them like an old toy that they're tired of playing with. Clarify getting to know each other. Because I feel like part of the feeling of injustice is I did so much to form the connection, but that's exactly the problem. Don't be doing that. Seven of Coins, clarify getting to know each other. Ten of Swords, yep. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Knight of Cups, Queen of Cups, and Page. See, they show up as a queen. Twice they've showed up as a queen. They showed up as Queen of Swords, Queen of Cups, and yeah, it shows up as a King of Wands, but also Knight, also a Page. It's somebody very immature. They're not on the same frequency. Meanwhile, this queen, to be able to get to know this person, they keep making sacrifices. They keep, like, what else do I need to do? What else do I need to do? How much do I need to give to make this person understand I really want to get to know them? And this image is somebody who was thrown into the water. She's trying to grab onto the boat, and her father cuts off her finger so she can't grab onto the boat. So it's an ultimate betrayal, right, by someone you care about. Regardless of how many sacrifices she made, she still felt betrayed. And in this Eight of Coins, I forget her name, but she's creating pentacles out of, I think it's nettles, which is why her hands are bloody. She's crying to free her brothers. Again, an image of sacrifice that ends up in betrayal. So this queen believes that this person retreating, disconnecting from her, they did her wrong, when in reality she does not understand divine timing was always at play. They were protecting her from this type of fate. Clarify retreat. Three of Coins, clarify retreat. Two of Swords. Two of Wands. King of Swords. So I have a feeling these two did match in some way, because this queen showed up as Queen of Swords, they're showing up as King of Swords. But where they're showing up as King of Wands, this queen is showing up with Queen of Cups. So they may feel like a match on some levels, but they're not a match in others. This is somebody who can intellectually match this queen. They may have great conversations, but they chose a different path. With the Three of Coins, they chose to build with someone else. And they may have felt it was an impossible choice, because in this image, she's having to choose between two different monsters who are just as terrifying. So this is someone who became indecisive. They chose a path, but it's almost like they'll never stop looking back at the other path they left behind. They chose what they believe was the best one, but that doesn't mean that they didn't think the other one was a good one. Clarify true love. The Emperor. Queen of Coins. Eight of Swords. With the Page of Coins, the Hierophant, Six of Swords. Look, this story has come up quite often. I'm not sure who I'm talking to, but they believe that this masculine is an emperor. They believe that this masculine is the romance of a lifetime, the love of a lifetime. But in reality, the queen is ready to devote herself, ready to give of herself. Queen of Pentacles. They're at Page of Coins. They are barely beginning to understand the concept of commitment, of devotion. So they're not an emperor. But the fact that this person did not want them, the fact that this person betrayed them, has now had this feminine in the energy of, I'm probably not good enough. So they're covering themselves because they feel like they're not good enough. It created a deep insecurity. This is, look. This is why you have to be very careful about the people around you. You have to be very careful of the people whose words and opinions of you give strength to, you give power to. Usually, the people around us, the people we love, are the people that we believe when they tell us who we are, what they think of us. And their words are important to us because we give them power, because we care about that person. So when someone shows you that they're going to treat you like shit, you have two choices. Either one, you're going to accept that you are now donkey skin, or two, you're going to have to stop caring about that person's opinion. They're going to have to go on the list of people you don't give power to anymore. This feminine chose to accept the fact that this masculine chose someone else. This feminine took it like, I must not be good enough. I'm not worthy of being devoted to. She became a victim. I was hurt, I was betrayed, and she's now sitting there crying. This is like she's trying to get the universe to correct the error when the universe is like, we organized it that way because if you stay with this person, I promise you, you will cry a lot more tears. Clarify forgiving and learning. Seven of Cups. Five of Coins. And the Star. With the Ace of Cups. Again, it comes down to healing. This is the image of, I think his name is Fenrir, the wolfhound that is bound, because if he's not bound, he brings Ragnarok, which means the end of days, right? The end of the world. So somebody here doesn't want to heal because they don't want to accept that it's over. They don't want to accept that they miscalculated, that they chose the wrong one. So they keep soothing themselves. Because this is Ace of Cups is a never-ending, it's the story of a cup that once you fill it, it's never-ending. Somebody here gives themselves a never-ending little pep talk of like, no, they're coming back. It's okay. It's going to be okay. The universe will correct this. One day this person will regret it. One day they're going to want me. One day, like, they tell themselves all these things. Well, what they should be doing is healing. They maintain this illusion because they gave this person power over them and they have not taken it back. They're allowing that person to describe whether they're valuable or not, whether they are worthy or not. And it's almost like until that person comes back and says, you're worthy, I pick you, they're not going to heal. When the whole time, the universe organized this so that this person could stop letting other people decide their value. They need to heal that within themselves. Why? They're allowing other people to tell them that they're valuable. Clarify codependency. Six of Swords. Eight of Cups. Three of Cups. The Wheel of Fortune. Interestingly enough, this Wheel of Fortune is a spider web. And then we have the Hanged Man, which is a Sleeping Beauty here. Somebody has put themselves on hold because they're addicted to this connection. They have a codependency towards this connection. They refuse to awaken. They refuse to move forward until this person comes back and gives them true love's kiss. They're waiting on a fantasy. They're waiting on a fairy tale. But they don't want to move forward. They will not move forward. They walked away from other opportunities. Anybody who tells them different, anybody who even tells them this person might not be the one, they walk away from them. Friends, family, or they'll slowly start distancing themselves because they're like, I don't know, you don't know what you're talking about. Clarify soulmate. Five of Wands, the Fool, and Ace of Wands. The Ten of Coins. They've got the opportunity for a solid family, for a love that is stable, that is real. They've got a soulmate close to them. But they're fighting it. They're sitting here. This is a fool. The fool is the Little Mermaid. They don't want to be in their world. They want to be where this person is. Even if that means they have to, again, sacrifice their legs, sacrifice their voice. This is what they feel inspired to do because they still want this person. Honestly, I think this is a warning. If you continue desiring this fate, the universe is going to let you have it. It's just not going to be the way you want it to. It's not going to turn out the way you wanted it to. Remember, it was only after a few years, it only lasted a few years that she was a favorite, that she had a house and she was this and she was that. Clarify engagement. Page of Cups. Five of Swords, yep. Ace of Coins. Six of Coins, Queen of Swords, Knight of Swords. The universe was kind to her. The universe has been trying to give her something stable, something real, something nourishing. But she's self-sabotaging. The only type of commitment she wants is with this person who will leave her devastated at the end. But she's in this image of it'll be fine, everything will be okay. The universe is like, actually, it won't be, but whatever type of connection this is, remember, this is the image of Set after he killed Osiris. Isis was devastated, and she had to go search for all the pieces of her husband and piece him back together. But he could not, like, she brought him back to life, but he couldn't be the king anymore because he had already been ripped apart. Now he became the king of the underworld. So it's like, you think this is what you want, but when you get it, it's going to devastate you. And the things that happen cannot be undone because you refuse to listen, or you refuse to even explore any other connection. Clarify religious factors. Death. Four of Wands. And the Sun. The Ten of Wands. See, the thing is, even if that person did come back, because there's already been so much destruction, the end would come out of a self-fulfilling prophecy. This Queen of Swords would not be able to trust this King of Swords coming back. So even if they did come back, they'd always be imagining the worst. That's what the universe is trying to save them from. That's exactly why things ended the way they were. They were already going in a bad direction. And it's like, it's only going to continue. That's what we're trying to save you from. Your intuition's already telling you what we warned you about. You still want it, but you already know where it's going. The Ten of Wands, the pressure would crack everything. And ultimately, your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. It also, although these two might come together and it might seem like there's a change, I think that they're both on very different spiritual paths. The Spirit is warning this Queen of Swords. Stay strong. Trust. Trust that we would not assign you a soulmate like this. This is not the partner you think they are. We have something better for you. But it takes waiting, patience. You have to wait. Divine timing is at work. It's not ready yet. So it's time to show spiritual strength. It's time to show a strong character, a strong will. Or deal with this. It's up to us, really. We're the ones that get to decide. Okay? So I hope that gave you some clarity and guidance. And if not, well, I hope you at least enjoyed listening to it. And if you appreciate my time and energy, please make sure to react, comment, and if it's already public, go ahead and share it. I appreciate you guys. Please make sure and follow my page, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.